Fellow fortune is your responsibility. Buy or rent a vehicle, invite interference from the police. You've been well rehearsed in every conceivable situation you will encounter as Earthmen, even to the use of Earth slang, and you are now, for all practical purposes, Earthmen. Doctor, our time is short.
Than the airline hostess. And today, the
Attention. Attention. Rocket control to spaceship. All systems are in readiness for blast. All preparations for our trip to Mars have been of 396 tons. We are leaving Earth very rapidly now and will soon be traveling at the rate of 25,000 miles per hour. We are now 12 days out. According to our flight path prediction, you may be able to see a sight never before seen by of these objects across the sun's surface will indicate any corrective thrust maneuver that must be made. This is necessary for our expedition to meet Mars at the appointed rendezvous point. This the one planet.
One planet. Distance from the Earth varies from between 65 and 35 million the crisscrossing of a network of canals is part of a vast irrigation system by which water on Mars is pumped from the polar caps to supply the needs of the rest of the planet. Temperature varies. The red color of Mars indicates that most of the oxygen has been eaten up in rusting and first Earth explorers. Sad
Trees do have a fascination. If you stare at the sun through the leaves of the trees, you get an almost hypnotic sensation.
I never thought about it. Never thought about it. Painting and hypnosis.
Principally made up of a big lake just east of the city. Now, there's nothing here but abandoned wharves, an old ice factory, and a large generating plant.
Pardon me, Colonel. You said an old ice factory?
Yes.
How long has that been in operation?
Well, the city condemned it years ago.
Chemical inventory there now.
Yes, there could be.
Ammonia, salt, brine.
Dr. Hayward.
Well, if I recall, it's just as it was. It was padlocked back when we had the controversy over the fluoridation of the city water supply.
Then that could be your target.
Explain your theory.
Most of you are familiar with the term sleep freeze. Labs are now conducting experiments in the new science of frozen surgery, in transplants, in operations that have to be postponed for a period of time. It's literally suspended life through frozen techniques. Now, more than one authority has suggested that our first interplanetary travel will be done in a state of sleep and frozen, hence the term sleep freeze. If these techniques are perfected, man can be thrust through space, never knowing the ill effects of space travel, or the boredom from being confined in a closed vehicle over a long period of time.
Dr. Bolin is right. But may I ask you, how do you happen to be familiar with sleep freeze?
Freezing is the key in our latest mapping techniques with non-chromosomal genes.
I'm no scientist, but as a soldier, I feel I'm on safer ground when I know where the enemy is. And I think we just may have found him.
Something's up. I haven't been this positive since the alert began. Now they've cut everything. Must mean they're getting somewhere.
The water canal is entered the ice limit.
Large enough for a vehicle of some kind to enter.
Within reason, yes.
I've cut the nose arteries. Now, each of you must regard our plan as top secret. Now, we can't make a raid with a large party or during the daylight hours. Now, since I feel that their departure is scheduled for after dark, we can risk waiting until then. However, after sundown, every second is precious.
Dr. Bolin is in on this. Fast. This is an important story. I want you to get her confidence.
How did you ever become an authority on genetics?
I grew up with it. My father devoted his entire life to that field. Then, after he died, it seemed only natural for me to continue his work.
You must be very proud of you winning the Pulitzer Prize.
He made it all possible. Would you like to meet my father? I
As you walk about these corridors, you will see some of the outstanding illustrations of the works of the late Dr. Gustav Bolin, the renowned authority on genetics in the 20th century. Today, the theories and discoveries of this renowned scientist are explored in health museums like this one all over the country. Know thyself, presume not God to scan. The proper study of mankind is man.
Times.
Dr. June only responded what time is it? It's 8:02. A late date?
Of course not. I have a mission. I'm on an assignment.